Happiness, the word that everyone likes in this world. Everyone wants that happiness. Everyone wish for that happiness. What is mean by happiness? Bhaskar?
It is an inner feeling.
When we achieved something that what we want, it will create some sort of nice feeling. It's happiness. So, everyone is having some wishes in their life. So, when they achieve that, when they get grant of that, it creates happiness. So, the happiness is the very important thing in one's life. But if one person choose, some wishes to be granted, and after it's granted, he is very happy. Here, you have to think one thing. When you tell the word happiness means, you have to see whether it's creating the happiness just for that person or for others also. So there are many types of happiness. For example, someone will find the happiness in going to McDonald's. Someone will find the happiness by taking liquor. Someone will find the happiness in giving. Someone will find the happiness, in praying. So, there are different types in happiness. So, one can have the wish for happiness, but before that, you have to make sure the thing what you wish for your happiness in the life, whether it is really bringing happiness to you. Because for example, if you take someone, for a person, taking a liquor is the happiness. So he cannot say, okay, I am having the happy life. You have to see the present and the future of that happiness. So when you take the liquor, for example, when someone finds the happiness in taking that liquor, once he have that, he want to have that again. Again he want to have. So it's continuing. So at one name, for him, at present, for the moment, it brings happiness. But the consequences behind that is, it's harmful to the physical body. It's harmful. So, same for someone taking, in India they have the habits taking like tobacco. For them that is happiness. So he cannot say, oh, I am having the happy life. For someone, taking the others' things will bring the happiness. He cannot say, I am happy. So even in happiness, you have to justify that. Whether it is really bringing the happiness to you. You have to justify that. It should not bring the happiness just for that person. It should bring happiness to everyone. So generally, when we take in the world, happiness, there are the people who wish for many things, but in that most of them, are not aware, the thing what they wish, whether it is really need or not. So, if you find happiness by choosing something bad means, it's not at all really happiness. In a form of happiness, it's creating harmful to you. If you take a person who is having the habit of taking liquor, for him it's a happiness. But the next stage, it creates so much of harm to everyone, to the society, to his family, to his neighbor, In many ways it creates harm. So happiness is important, but by the same time, you have to choose the wish what you are having, whether it's bringing real happiness to you. How can one choose, the real happiness in their life?
Through wisdom.
Yes, through wisdom, through devotion. So when you are in path of spirituality, it will bring the wisdom to you. It will tell which is good, which is bad, which is worth, which is not, which is having meaning, which is having meaningful, which is not, like that. So through this wisdom, you can able to understand, what is your need and what is not. So through this, one can identify their happiness. If you not have the wisdom, sometimes you may choose something bad and you think that brings happiness. But in the other end, the same thing may cause something harmful to you. So, happiness is important, but by the same time, finding that happiness, through in a good way, it's very, very important. So for that, one need wisdom. So when we talk about spirituality, it's nothing. Talking about understanding the reality is spirituality. Once you understand about yourself, the divine, your purpose and everything, your thoughts, your actions, your words, everything will be wise. So, before you choose, okay, if I get this, if I have these things, I will be happy. Before that, you make sure whether the thing will bring really happy to you, or in a course of time, it will take away your health and peace. Generally in the materialistic world, what are all the things we are thinking as happiness? It seems like happiness, but in other way it's taking our health and peace. Physically and mentally disturbed one in many ways. So Amma bless you all to cultivate the wisdom and through that to find the real happiness.